Today we're checking out one of the newest feeders on the market from Backwoods Outdoor, the Ritual Easy Feeder. This bad boy has a ton of features. We're gonna dive right in and talk about every one of them, feed it up, show you guys a test. That way you know everything about this, and the price at the end is gonna shock you. First thing I love about this is how light it is. Jordan and I came in and carried this about 60 yards to the location that we wanted to. Nice, easy, able to pick it up. This is obviously empty. It's got handles on the side for the feet, so going from the ground up, these feet come in the box, come right up here to the post, slide right in, and then you got pins that hold it together, so this bad boy can slide. You should put stakes in it, to be truthful, to hold it down, but we're about to throw a bunch of corn in this, and I don't think it's gonna be a problem. We don't have cows where we're at. You got cattle in your area or anything like that, might be a good idea to throw that down. The other thing I love about the skid feature is, truthfully, you could probably hook it up to a side-by-side if you're like South Texas or something, and drag that sucker right down the sendero to your next feed location without ever having to pick it up, leave the feed in it. Now, I mentioned we're gonna fill this thing with corn. This thing holds 300 pounds of kerneled corn. There is an attachment that you can get that goes on the bottom side of this. You see these screws that lifts this panel up, and you can add another section to go 600 pounds of feed. If you're really running an operation and don't want to change it that often, 600 pounds might be your get up. 300 is more than enough for most everybody, so that's pretty sweet there. Coming around the side, obviously there's a battery situation happening here to power the feeder. Comes installed with a solar panel. This thing folds back for easy storage, and it also comes out with a nice clip. Face it toward your sun. In this case, we're going east to west this way, so we get the maximum amount of sun. It's going to trickle charge and keep that battery rocking and rolling all year round, so you don't have to worry about changing your battery. That installed is a huge plus. Not a whole lot of feeders are coming with that. On the underside, it's going to be kind of hard to tell, so I'm going to tip her up just a titch. Especially where we're at, we have a bunch of raccoons. That is not an issue with the Ritual. Steel plate underneath, full construction. You are not going to bend that. You can't get your hand in there. I don't care how big a coons you got. There's no way they're getting 18 inches to the inside of that feeder and spinning it and eating all your corn anymore. Fully welded and mounted box underneath. If something gets in there, you got a Sasquatch in your area, because that sucker is tight and it's ready to rock and roll. So no more worrying about the coons on there. Coming around the front side, on this side over here, you have a glass window. This is the easy viewer. That way you don't even have to open this bad boy. You go sit in your blind in the morning or something like that. You can grab your binos, look. You'll see the corn tick up. We don't have any in here right now, so it's completely black and just nice and easy. When you can't see it anymore, you just fill the feeder up just like everything else. This is your brains of the operation everywhere. Backwoods did a great job with this feeder on security. One, we already talked about the raccoon panel. Two, this is your battery storage, sliding door. But what I love is it comes with these little washer tight knots, so nothing is getting in here unless you got opposable thumbs. Comes with a tether, don't have to worry about it. Slide straight down. This is where your battery component goes. Battery right here, sold separately, does not come with a 12-volt battery, and it comes with Backwoods panel. Program up to 6 times you can feed, test button, I mean anything and everything you could want. But like I said, the coolest part about this is slides up, this thing goes right in here, locks it into place. You're not gonna have any security problems with there. The same knob you've got up here for your fill lock. Nice unscrew, it's got the tether. You're never gonna lose it unless you decide to cut it for some weird reason. By far my favorite part of this feeder right here. I mean, no lifting, no holding, shoulder over your bag, throwing the lid down in the mud after it rains. Full hydraulic arms here. It's gonna hold it straight open, super easy to close. And like I said, when you're ready to rock, you can walk in here with your 50-pound bag, fill. If you want to get a good look inside of here, solid construction, very small hole, funnels right to it. This is your feeder arm, so literally only your corn is going to be getting in there. And this thing will hold 300 pounds of corn, and we're about to put that to the test right now. There you have it, 300 pounds of corn, 6 50-pound bags right to the brim. And Jordan was saying earlier, there's just nothing more satisfying than throwing the old hand in the corn feeder. But right to the front, you can see the easy fill window. Super simple to see. If you're running a ranch, senderos or whatever, you can always drive on by, be like, oop, yep, half full, good to go. Again, that nice easy close on the window. We're gonna lock her up, hit the test, and show you guys how far this thing throws. It's got 3 settings on the battery for the spinner. A high, medium, and low. I set it to high, but in my opinion, I want it to be thrown as far as possible to spread those deer out, get them away from the feeder. That way you get all the opportune shots. And I'm going to program this to the low setting. All right, so now we're on low, just so we can see the throw of that feed. I saw some kernels be spread about 10-12 feet around. Most of them kind of stayed right here by the feeder, maybe kind of a 3 to 4 foot radius. Let's spin it on medium, see what kind of radius we get out of that. Medium chunks it pretty good. We might actually keep it on medium just because of the area that we're throwing right here. But like I was saying, what I like about how low this is to the ground, everybody's used to those feeders that come up here. You hit that test button, you got to hit the old ducking cover, get smoked with a kernel in the temple or the eye. This goes right at the shins. Nice, easy throw. Let's throw this up on high and see what that does. But I think medium might be the ticket, at least for the area that we're doing. See, I'm gonna actually back up for this one to see how far this throws these. Yeah, high's shooting it out pretty far. High, in my opinion, will be more your high fence hunting ranch where you got a big area to fill. High is way too much for us. Man, that's it. You got 3 settings on the speed depending on your area, 300 pounds of corn. They hit it out of the park with this. The best part about this feeder is $499.99. You're going to want some of these in your woods, easy to fill, and for 500 bucks, I challenge you to find a better feeder.